Yiddishkeit is really important to me and to our family. I would say number one would be the home where observances are observed. Number two would be the synagogue. The JCC was, when it was viable and really active, was a wonderful place. In fact, we moved from Grosvenor into Rio Terrace so my kids could be walking distance to the JCC, and they took swimming lessons, they took pottery, they took all kinds of things. They had a real, like every day after school, they go to the JCC. And in the morning, they were there at 6 o'clock for swimming lessons with Ian Feldman. It was a terrific place, not religious, but Jewish. And everyone there was Jewish. And so it was a wonderful thing for our family to be close to that. My husband's family is very traditional in observances. And so we were involved in everything. My mother-in-law always had Friday night dinners. My sister-in-law, may her soul rest in peace, always had the gatherings for the birthdays. And I had the larger gatherings for the Seders and Rosh Hashanah, etc., and break the fast. And Yiddishkeit was always a big part of our lives. We were a synagogue affiliate. My husband was born and raised in the Beth Israel. My father-in-law sang in the choir. And then we were always Beth Israel. And then my father-in-law passed away. We moved with Beth Israel to the new synagogue, which became a little more religious and didn't have a microphone. So that was a bit of a problem because my husband is hearing impaired. So we stayed there for a while, and it just became, he just couldn't hear. And when people can't hear what's going on, what do? They talk, which made it even worse for him. So we decided to go to Beth Shalom, where there was a microphone. And even though we belonged to the Beth Israel, our observances weren't strictly Orthodox. We didn't keep Shabbos. I kept kosher, but we didn't keep Shabbos, etc. And so we went to Beth Shalom. And then the new rabbi at Beth Israel came, and he's my cousin. So we thought, well, if you're not going to support family, what's family all about? And so we went back to Beth Israel. They made a point of putting Eric in the front row, or the second row, so that he could hear. And Rabbi Klayman has, turned out to be a real blessing for this community and a blessing for our family, because we became, I knew him as a kid. The last time I saw him was in Israel in 2013. And he had just gotten married at that point, and Penina was pregnant with their first daughter. So it was awesome to see them again. And right away, we became very close with the kids and with them. And even during COVID, until things got really bad, we were having porch visits and driveway visits with them, and, very close. And, I have to say, even being in the Orthodox synagogue, we never felt, I don't know how to put this, he always made everyone feel welcome. He's not dogmatic. He's not political. He's very relatable and respects and is kind to everyone, no matter whatever your level of observance is, And so we always felt very, very comfortable there. Leaving Edmonton was one of the many reasons that it was difficult, but leaving close family. His mother and I are first cousins. And we grew up together in Calgary, and we're always very, very close. His grandfather and my father were brothers. And when my father, if you can imagine, in 1956 deserted, he just went to work one day and never came back. And so my Uncle Nate, his father, became a real father figure to us, to the three of us Greenberg kids. And so just all of those things just brought Zolly and I really close together. And we're missing them. We're even, we're missing the driveway visits. We're FaceTiming and having visits, but it's not the same, and with everybody, I have a niece there, Lisa Grobman, and friends from we were in Edmonton for 45 years from Calgary. So so lots leaving. And yet, by the same token, leaving in a pandemic is probably the easiest thing to do, in that we weren't going anywhere and we weren't seeing anybody there. And so here in Calgary, we're not going anywhere. We're not seeing anybody, so for that, it probably helped, moving at this time. It hasn't been terribly emotional for me. I know once things open up and we can see our friends and, we meet in Red Deer for lunch and that kind of thing, it's going to become emotional. But at this point, it hasn't really been, because nothing's changed.